My name's Andrew, and I'm going to just kind of elaborate on how to add on to the no PvP zones that Dragnoz made about a year ago. This is just a quick video. I'll go into more detail on how to make this a lot better in a little bit. I'm just actually trying to respond to someone so that they can have this, or at least the concept of it. So right now, I'm actually on the Team Blue. If you've seen the video, which I'll put a link in the description, you'll understand basically what's going on when you leave and enter an area. There's a couple ways to do that, but you can just watch the video and you'll see. So I'm on the Team Blue, and if I walk into this area, I'm actually get changed to Team Green, which would be the anti-PvP team, because you would basically set all the players that are in a certain area to that team. The issue was that if you were to leave, you would not be able to go back to your own team. So like if you check, you're still on the Team Green. In the video, he actually makes it where it switches between two different teams. So you would be on the alternate team, but with this method, you could actually have multiple teams to switch back to. So all I've really done is I've just added a scoreboard objective and set the player to a specific score. And if the player has a specific score, it'll actually check for that score when they leave, and then set them back to that team based off of if that score is a specific value. There is a lot better ways to do this. Again, this is just a really quick way to do it. But now, as you can see, if I were to be in here, my computer's really laggy, so it's actually, the clock is extremely slow, so it's not picking up. But if you actually have a decent computer running this, then it'll work fine. You don't necessarily need this fast of a clock to do this, but then yeah, if you see as I leave and check to see which score I'm on, again, clock is terribly slow. Yeah, there you go. See, so I'm on the other team. I don't really know why my computer's being so slow, but it actually does work. Just to show you the command, or the few commands you actually are going to need to do to set this up. Obviously you need to have the team, so like let's say we have Team Blue set up. You're going to have the color. I mean, you don't really have to have that, to be honest. And you're also going to want to make an objective, and you can probably want to label this something else, but I didn't really need to. And you're also going to need to have the player join the team. That's not necessarily necessary, since the program is actually going to automatically put them on the team if they have a specific score. And that was actually supposed to set the score, but that's fine. And basically what the command's doing, which would be this one, is we're executing at all players that are outside of a radius of 4, so anything greater than a radius of 4 from this block, that are on team safe. So if they're on the team safe, it's going to change them, that have a score of blue of minimum of 1. So basically if their score is 1 for that and they leave the area, it's going to add that player to that team that corresponds to it. So another command that would look similar would just be the same thing. Of course, this needs to be like this, actually. You don't necessarily need the radius equals 0. That's just to almost guarantee that another player doesn't get selected. I don't think it actually would ever happen, but anyways, this is just basically the same thing. You just set their score to 1 for red, and anytime someone that has a score for red, so like if I were to go ahead and set this to 0, set red to 1, should actually automatically get put on red, which I'm not. I think it's because, oh yeah, I'm not team safe. Anyways, so stupid lag. There. So on safe team, leave the area, and now I'm on red team. So as you can see, it actually does work. If I switch back to blue team and go in and out of the safe zone, just because the fact that it's only checking for people that are actually on the safe team, switch me back to blue. So it's pretty simple. There's a lot more I'm going to add to this just to make it just a little bit better. Like, one, people could still shoot in bows, which you don't want. People could still technically place TNT right here and blow stuff up for anti-grief. People could do a lot of things. So I'll elaborate a lot more on this, but I hope you basically understand what's going on. All you really need to do is just set up a command for a specific score that's been set to that player. So basically, when you add people to the team, you need to be setting the score. What you also could do is you could have just one score that handles all this, and be checking for like score 1 for team. And just have like a team score. If score 1 equals 1, then they're a blue team member. If score 1 equals 2 for team, and it's a red team member. So you could do something like that. But I think there actually is a better way to do this. I'm pretty sure you could set up something with triggers, and since triggers are just true or false, I'm pretty sure, man, I might be wrong about that. It would take up less information, but the downside to triggers is players can actually edit triggers. I don't know if there's actually a game rule to disable that, but anyways, I'll elaborate a lot more on this and a couple of different ways to do it, or a better way to do it. I did have one method that was a little bit different than this that worked really well. The only problem was what was happening is we were summoning piston extensions that were falling sand entities on top of a player, which caused quite a lot of lag after a while because they weren't being killed. So you'd have to constantly kill that entity, but then the problem happens when you kill the entity, it doesn't actually make it as effective. And what you could do is you could have a timer that kills the entity later, but that means that 1 millisecond that it kills it every, like, I guess 10 minutes, one might produce more lag, but also would give someone the ability to hit somebody, which is what you don't want to do. You need to make sure you toggle off friendly fire for the safe team. If you don't do that, then this won't actually work. If you need to know what the commands are, I'll show you, but it's literally, add the safe team, set the color to green. This is just adding them or joining them, which is kind of pointless because that should actually only happen when they're inside of there. But I hope this kind of gives you the idea. Again, I'll make another video, probably like the next day, that will explain much more on this, be a better example, and add a lot more to it that'll prevent pretty much anyone from attacking someone from the inside out. So hope this is what you needed or what you were looking for, and thanks for watching.